Karthikeyan sir for the inviting me and giving this opportunity of sharing my views. Friends, banking which used to be confined to I think the middle pages of economic science have become the central page and the front page of almost all newspapers in last 18 months. Indian banks, which were considered one of the strongest institutions in the world, particularly post the global financial crisis in 2008, are today at their weakest point in history. Most strong banks in the country are reporting losses running into thousands of crores. Balance sheets have been wiped out, capital issue at a critical point. And if you go back to history, we can trace the history practically to 2010. 2010 onwards, country was involved in a variety of continuous series of scams. Commonwealth Games, 2G scam, then coal scam, and many smaller scams in between. All this took their toll on the industry. And industry was not earning. When industry was not earning, they were not making the payments to the banks. So most of the banks faced the potential NPAs, and instead of solving the issue, so to revive the industry in 2012-13, when the problem was very hot, banks took an auspicious form of view that the CBR regime which was there, they used the CBR regime mainly to postpone NPA provisioning and did all the account restructuring in a manner expecting the industry to revive overnight. Then the company would have been good. Otherwise, they had just postponed the problem for 2 years. All banks at that time were under a wish list syndrome. That this is what we wish, this is what we should happen. And the stress was not on industry revival, but more on NPA provisioning, how to avoid the NPAs. And that position continued for quite some time. 2014, when the government changed and everybody thought that the paralysis of UPA 2, the 2010 to 2014 period, the paralysis should get over, but it didn't get over. The so-called action eluded us in a sense that industry could not revive. Even though the current government in the last 4 years have taken all good measures, so to say, on macro level, so as to have a long-term impact on the country, to grow on a different key. And I can say that I don't think they have taken any much negative steps towards the industry. But the industrial boost that was needed did not come. With the result that by 2015, Reserve Bank was on the head of all the banks, on the back of all the banks, to compulsorily label most accounts as NPA in what they call an AQR, asset quality review. That instead of evergreening and just trying to postpone the issue, make them NPAs. But then making them NPAs is good, but then how to revive the NPA? The stress should have been on resolving the NPAs in a fast manner, because any time you lose, it's not only the industry is losing money. Banks who have large sums of money involved are also losing money, because when the industry is not earning, then certainly they are not getting interest paid also. So even though interest keeps getting accrued, but when they are not getting the interest, they can't account for the income, and it is just a provisioning in the account that interest gets accrual. So the debt kept blowing with interest on interest on interest, that in most companies today, the outstanding loan when you find today, it has bloated to more than 2.5 times. Because annual interest for 6 years, if you compound annually or monthly as in the Indian case, money doubles in about 4 years, 4.5 years. So in 5-6 years, today's outstanding, 60%, 70% is interest on interest, which has been debited to the account while the industry was not performing. Now to expect the companies to be able to pay that amount overnight, not possible. The only way possible is You allow the company to run and take share of the equity and share in the upside of equity, because that way you may recover part of your losses, which the bank did not do. Moreover, what was done, government in its own wisdom politicized the whole issue to a level where bankers were also afraid of resolving any NPAs. The whole issue was secondly, the whole issue was criminalized in a manner that the line between a genuine industrial default, a willful defaulter, and a fraudster like Nirav Modi was totally obliterated. Today, the banking system, the way laws are being implemented, you don't have a differentiation between the three classes. And that is the worst thing that could happen in the country. That you have actually killed the genuine entrepreneurship. Instead of giving him a second chance or revival, you are just saying, no, if you have failed once, we don't want you here. Is it not like a candidate having lost an election being debarred for life? It's practically similar to that, which doesn't happen anywhere in the world. Today, the environment has become such an area of witch hunting that bank officers are constantly under a fear of the unknown. For any act they do, whether it is right or wrong, multiple years down the line, they may be hauled up by multiple investigation agencies, multiple enforcement agencies. Unlike most places where, like in security market, we have SEBI, which is regulator also and which is enforcement also. Like SEBI does all the inquiry and SEBI does the penalties also. In banking, RBI is only regulator, while we have multiple enforcement agencies, to name a few, CBI, ED, BRI, and maybe many more that I am not aware of. With the result that bankers are afraid to take any decision. A commercial decision is bound to have some risk, is bound to have a potential for default, potential for failure. What should be done is, every officer should be judged, should be rated based on the decisions that he has taken in the past. Out of them, how many decisions have gone wrong? If 2 out of 10 have gone wrong, certainly you can't label him corrupt or even inefficient. If 8 out of 10 have gone wrong, then again I would say he is more inefficient than corrupt. But if 5 out of 10 have gone wrong, then certainly the question mark arises that whether he is corrupt. A rough number I am telling, but certainly quality of work that he has done, that needs to be seen before you label anybody corrupt. Just picking everybody, that just because this loan has gone bad, so anybody associated with that loan needs to be hauled up. I don't think that is done in any developed country. And this is something what we call criminalization of corporate laws, which has actually harmed the country more than it could, because for one, we don't have what we call a proper justice system. Somebody said very strong word that we don't have rule of law. What we have is rule of man. We have media trial, we have certain search, certain arrest, then after a few days he is released, and then the trial goes on until his grandchildren are in chair, so nothing happens. Only the person's name is maligned. And once it is maligned, he does not have any fear of law also. This situation needs to change. We need to have swift trials, swift judgments, and that can happen only if we have focused trials, focused judgment, not an all-pervasive 100% thief. In the entire country is thief, then you can just declare your borders as the borders of jail. It can't be done. So bankers need to have some sort of immunity that they can take a proper decision. And secondly, at the same time, inaction, that also needs to be penalized. Because in a commercial enterprise, if a person does not take a timely decision, his promotion is at stake. He is penalized. That you have lost this opportunity, you have not applied for this tender in time, and you have lost the tender, you will be penalized. But in banking, there is no penalty for inaction. The only penalty is for action which has gone wrong, which might go wrong. In IB code, the code places a very big onus on the bankers as the COC or the supreme body to take care of all the stakeholders. But most comments that we see, that bankers where they find that liquidation value and the resolution value is not much different, they opt for liquidation, forgetting that in liquidation they may be getting maybe 80% or 90% of what they would have got by resolution. But other players, other stakeholders like other creditors and equity holders and ongoing other employees in the plant, they are not getting anything, they are being penalized. While if the company continues, then everybody gets something. They forget the second aspect. Secondly, like for resolving any NPA, today you talk to anybody and you tell your account NPA, the first question he will ask is, what is the total debt? And I respond, that's the wrong question to ask. The first question you should ask is your company viable? And by company being viable means whether the company can earn profits. Is EBITDA positive? Is the company can earn profit or within reasonable period of time with minimum amount of investment or with whatever means you have, can you make money? Then you ask the second question based on how much money you make, how much debt you can service. That becomes what the debt can be carried for the NPA resolution. Immediately the question will come, what happens with the balance debt? You don't need to write it off. Because any company running in a business, there is always ups and downs. So when he is saying sustainable, he can earn 100 crores, he is paying 100 crores as interest and principal. But in some year he may be making 200 crores, in some year he may be earning 150 crores. So any upside is captured by the banks. Earlier they had in CBR, they had the right to recompense. So either they can keep the right to recompense alive or they take equity. But to say that no, we don't believe in equity, we will not go for equity, we are happy with liquidation value, then you can't liquidate the entire country. And that's what is happening today. That out of 100 cases in IB, 10 cases are resolved and 90 cases are liquidated. With that sort of 75%, 80% cases being liquidated, I think we are looking at a very dangerous thing in terms of employment, in terms of countries' production facilities, country reliance on its own, and biggest of all, entrepreneurship. The way IB code has been modified, I think going forward, you will have a dearth of Indian entrepreneurs. Only foreign companies will rule and Indians will be just employees. And I don't think that is a happy scenario. You can't afford that. Or Indians will keep the company as MSMEs. They will not allow the company to grow beyond the MSME. Will keep dividing the business so that they remain MSMEs. Again, nothing could be worse than this. That you don't allow the company. Like Reliance today rules the world. Why? That Reliance broke out of that SSI syndrome and became the largest company in practically everything. Why you don't want another Reliance to be made? Why you want everything to remain as MSMEs? So these things need to be checked, questioned. Secondly, as a common man, we are very happy paying for blood for everybody, as long as it is somebody else's blood. That syndrome has to go away. You have to look at it from the right and wrong perspective. We have to decriminalize and depoliticize the commercial activities for the country to prosper. That's what I will end my note on. Thank you.